So the patch is out and Season 1 has officially started. In this video I'm just going to be talking quickly about the patch notes and then moving on to a bit of the backlash that's been going on around the Battle Pass. I'll also be including a link to the Reddit patch notes, so if you want to have a look you can do. Overall, more stability for various GPU configurations as well as crash fixes for both PS4 and PC. Though on PC I have been seeing people still crashing, so that's probably still going to be an issue for a while. On the upside though, they have added report a player feature, which is good because I'm seeing a lot of people complaining about hackers. I've seen 1 in 100 hours and hopefully it will stay that way. For console players, they've added a little bit of customization in terms of swapping the triggers and bumper settings. The big boys have finally had their hitboxes adjusted. Caustic has received a little bit of a buff with cooldown reduction as well as an increase in radius and proximity. Pathfinder's had the number of beacons in the world increased from 10 to 12, which is good because sometimes you wouldn't find one in the entire game. And Bangalore's received that nerf to a double time from 40 to 30%. However, Gibraltar's received a little bit of a bug fix slash nerf. Apparently his ultimate was meant to be the same as Bangalore's, where it distorts your friendlies as well as enemies when they're stood in it, so now if you stand in the middle of his ult, you are going to feel it. A few big mentions in terms of weapon fixes: you will no longer be able to swap weapon quickly by crouching at the same time, so the animation won't vanish, as well as you won't be able to shortcut the rechamber sequence on the Peacekeeper. One thing that they have fixed as well is inaccurate auto ranging on full screen when your FOV is not set to default, which is good because it basically meant you would be aiming exactly where it was telling you to aim with the distance and you'd miss. A couple of other fixes are where you could still shoot when you were downed, which is obviously a bit game breaking, as well as adding chroma support for Razer products. Now moving on to the Battle Pass side of things. I've been following it on the subreddit as well as the Discord, and I'm kind of on the fence because I get both sides of the argument. I completely agree that it's the first season and it can only get better from here, and they're kind of just testing the water to see what people actually want. But at the same time, I kind of understand why some people are a bit annoyed about some of the rewards. And someone made this image. And they made that basically to show that out of the rewards that you get, and there's 100 of them, 20 of them are just icons. So 20% of the Battle Pass is essentially you just unlocking icons, and there's a lot of XP needed to actually level up. And to demonstrate that, someone made this image. And I know the feeling all too well. Leveling up to level 100 at the later stages takes a long time. You have to earn almost double the amount of XP from level 97 to 98 to get from level 1 to 2 in the Battle Pass. So some of the backlash is a bit justified. And while I do think it should reward you for playing and leveling up, I think it's a bit much for anyone who has like a normal work-life balance. They would never have the time to get to level 100, even in 3 months. And I think that should probably be something that's addressed in the next week, because I don't think anyone's going to be happy paying for something that they will never complete. So while I'm not expecting them to make massive changes to this season and the rewards, I think there are 2 things that they could do to kind of help remedy the backlash, to be honest. The first one to me would be every time you unlock one of those level icons, give us some crafting materials as well. At least give us something to actually work with. Because as of right now, I haven't unlocked any of the finishers, and I probably never will because you don't get that many packs and you don't get that many resources per pack. There is something you can do, which is switch your location to Belgium and it'll give you crafting materials instead of loot boxes when you level up the Battle Pass, but that's something I don't really want to have to do. And the second thing I would do if I was them is lower the amount of XP needed per Battle Pass level. In a 3-month period, I don't think many people will have the time to actually grind that to level 100. And while yeah, it should be one of those things that few people have at level 100, there's not much of a chance anyone has if they have a job. Although maybe with the next season it will be a bit easier to do because they might have some quests or challenges for it to do that give us more XP. But as always, these are my opinions, you will probably have your own. And if you want to tell me what that is, please put that in a comment below. But that is pretty much it for this video. If you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, then give it a dislike. And if you really like me, you can give me a subscribe. And as always, my Twitter and Twitch link will be in the description below. And I hope to see you here for the next video.